Amanda. Welcome to my channel. This is another episode of Clone Wars. This is where my friend Jessica and we go ahead and we do popular palettes that either we want to purchase or it was requested by you guys. And today we are doing the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette. Now, just a disclaimer, not all of these are going to be exact dupes. We really encourage you guys to go ahead and shop your stash and see what you have. Maybe you've got most of the shades already in your collection and you're only looking for one or two, or you know that you can go ahead and get similar looks off of things that you already have. So some of these might not be exact, but they're good enough for me to not purchase, and hopefully you have the same ones or close to the same ones in your collection. Also, be sure to go ahead and check out Jessica's channel. She will have dupes for you as well. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. The first shade is called Parched, and I'm going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm going in with this shade right here, and it is called Tempora. There's that. Now, you guys are going to laugh at me. So don't laugh too hard. Okay, you can laugh too hard because I ended up laughing. The second shade is called Taste Buds, and I went into my Tarte Color Wheel palette. Yes, it is a blush palette. This is my first time that I've had to go ahead and get into, learn how to talk, Amanda. This is the first time I've had to get into my blushes to dupe an eyeshadow. And so I am going to be doing this one right here, and it is called Deco. And there's that one right there. The third shade is called Bitch, and for that I'm going into my Makeup Geek eyeshadow in Mango Tango. The next shade is called Kumquat, and I'm going into my Darling Girl Frankly 80s Sunday Funday eyeshadow. This was part of their first subscription box. There's that one. And the last shade in the first row is called Stroke, and I'm going back into my Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to be doing this shade right here, Real Gar. There's that one. So that is the first row of the Thirsty palette. Now going on to the second row, the first shade is called Divine, and I'm going into my Makeup Geek eyeshadow, and this one is in High Wire. The next shade is called Filthy Rich, and I'm going into my Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette, and I am going to be using this shade right here, 1987. Next shade is called Lick, and I'm going into this Makeup Geek eyeshadow, and it is called Untamed. Next one is called Snatched, and I'm going into this Makeup Geek eyeshadow, and it is called Mesmerized. And the last shade in the second row is called Plunge, and I'm going into my Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the shade Grandstand. So that is the first two rows. Moving on to the last row, the first shade is called Settle, and for that one I'm going back into my Modern Renaissance palette, and I am going to be going into Warm Taupe. The second shade is called Quench, and I'm going into the single by Coastal Scents called Cantaloupe Slice. The next shade is called Submerge, and I'm going back into my Darling Girl Frankly 80s eyeshadow, and this one is called Love Dolphin. The next shade is called Splash. Now for this one has a different finish because I do not have a matte in this shade, but this is Makeup Geek's Fantasy. It has that same type of sea foam green. And the last shade is called Drizzle, and I'm going back into my Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to be using this shade right here called Cypress Umber. So this is my interpretation of the Thirsty palette by Jeffree Star. This is simply what I had in my stash. Man, Jeffree Star palettes, they take some work to go ahead and dupe. But I'm really glad that I'm able to dupe this as close as I possibly could. I'm comfortable, at least I'm comfortable, knowing that I won't need this palette at all. I'm happy with the pigmentation of all of these, and I'm happy with all of the colors. So yay, that's more money saved. $48 actually. So I'm so happy. So hopefully this helped you in some way, shape, or form. If you have any requests at all for palettes, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and we will do our best to fit them into the schedule. And be sure to go ahead and check out Jessica's channel because I know she's going to have some dupes too, obviously. And yeah, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to go ahead and give this a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye!